You don't belong here.
I'm Sean's brother. It's the category I fit into. Family. I'm not the same person that I was back then.
Don't move. You're under arrest for attempted murder. Hands behind your back. Now! The feds are on the way. Move. Move.
Freddie, go downstairs.
You know what? My friend Ethel here.
Mom, Freddie, what's the matter?
Hands back to her! Hey! Everyone hands up! Now! Put it down, I'll blow her brains out!
Just don't hurt her.
Round two. Now. Come on, D. Oh, okay, I get it. You're gonna try to stab me.
The film begins with Dylan, who is just months away from completing his parole. One day, he receives a birthday card from his brother Sean, who eagerly awaits Dylan's return to their home on Guardian Island, hoping he can leave his troubled past behind. As time passes, another card arrives, this one for Thanksgiving, along with a request for Dylan's help with renovations. However, tragedy strikes when Dylan learns of the unexpected death of his younger brother. In a moment of turmoil, he spots an armed man in his apartment, and shortly thereafter, Special Agent Shaughnessy's SWAT team descends upon the scene. While searching for Dylan, Shaughnessy discovers the armed man has been brutally beaten and finds Dylan's antipsychotic and depression medications, prescribed by Dr. Alderwood, as well as his tracking anklet, which violates his parole. During a previous encounter with Dr. Alderwood, she had mentioned that Dylan had once beaten a man into a coma, revealing signs of torture on the victim. Though Dr. Alderwood struggles to believe that Dylan could commit such acts again, she recalls that he was imprisoned for murder 8 years prior, suggesting he still has the capacity for violence. Nevertheless, she expresses her belief in Dylan's potential for reform and admits she does not know his current whereabouts. After leaving the scene, Shaughnessy learns about Professor Sean Forrester, Dylan's brother, who had recently left his job to transform their family home into an inn. With Sean's funeral scheduled for the following day, Shaughnessy prepares to travel to Guardian Island. Meanwhile, Dylan arrives at the property that Sean purchased and begins his journey back home. Joe, the inn's receptionist, shows him to his room, where he rehearses how to express his condolences before taking his medication. Later, when he comes downstairs, he puts his practice into action when he encounters their mother, Linda.
Mom, sorry for your loss.
Don't touch me. Is there anything else you want to say to me?
No?
Perfect.
She storms out, leaving him to pay his respects to Sean. As Dylan examines Sean's dirty nails and a scar on his neck, Susan, Sean's wife, informs him that Sean had fallen off a scaffold. In a later conversation with Susan, Linda confides her fears about Dylan's emotional numbness and how it has already inflicted enough pain on their family.
You were a little hard on Dee back there.
Dee, you can't feel anything. You have no idea what I've been through, Susan. That thing has done to my family.
Meanwhile, Dylan declines an invitation for a drink from Sean's friend Massey, piquing Sheriff McCoy's interest. At that moment, McCoy receives a call about Dylan's parole violation. Retreating to his room, Dylan reaches out to Dr. Alderwood, who calmly urges him to take his lithium pills, emphasizing that they can help him process his emotions and begin to rebuild his fractured relationships with his family. After Shaughnessy's visit, Dr. Alderwood encourages Dylan to show his family that he is truly transformed. As Sheriff McCoy digs deeper into Dylan's background, Sean's son, Freddie, meets his uncle for the first time. Intrigued by the stories he's heard about Dylan's troubled past from Linda.
Grandma says you're insane.
I'm not insane. I have antisocial personality disorder.
Freddy learns from Dylan that he struggles to connect with others emotionally and feels no fear. Dylan's insistence that he is not insane seems to resonate with Freddy, who then excitedly shows Dylan the Japanese submarine he was building with Sean. While Sheriff McCoy verifies Dylan's identity and prepares to take him into custody, Linda expresses her shock at not having heard from Dylan in years. She promptly sends Freddy back upstairs and reminds Dylan that he doesn't belong there.
Can you go upstairs?
Bye, Freddy.
You don't belong here.
I'm Sean's brother. It's the category I fit into. Family. I'm not the same person that I was back then.
Don't move. You're under arrest for attempted murder. Hands behind your back. Now! The feds are on the way. Move. Move.
The sheriff takes him to the island's bunker and locks him in a cell. Later, Joe leaves to fetch coffee for Sheriff McCoy and Dylan. The sheriff reveals that he was unaware Sean had a brother and mentions that Sean had wanted to discuss something with him. Given Sean's absence and Dylan's unexpected return, he speculates that Dylan's arrival is somehow linked to Sean's death. Just then, an alarm goes off, reminding Dylan to take his medication.
What is that?
I need to take my pills. I can't reach them.
He asks the sheriff for help retrieving it from his pocket. In response, the sheriff holds Dylan at gunpoint while retrieving the pills for him. When Joe arrives at the bunker with coffee, Sheriff McCoy cheerfully accepts a cup, but Dylan declines, underscoring the tension of the moment. As the sheriff hears the sound of an approaching boat, he mistakenly assumes it to be the FBI and leaves Joe with Dylan while he steps outside to investigate a group arriving on the island. To his shock, he soon realizes they are not federal agents but likely a band of mercenaries.
It can't be the FBI.
Not exactly.
More West Sides.
We should do something, right?
The mercenaries then disperse across the island, heading towards both the bunker and the inn.
Lock it down.
Hey. Where's the sheriff? Who the hell are you people?
Cell phones.
Thank you. Hey, cell phone. Hey, we're good. Rest of them looks clear.
Meanwhile, Whymper discovers Joe locked in the bunker's cell. Cole instructs Whymper to gather intelligence on what the hostages know before deciding on their next move. Despite learning that the FBI is en route to Guardian Island, Cole remains resolute in his plan. In a twist of fate, Dylan stealthily ambushes Whymper in the bunker, leaving Joe impressed by their coordinated attack. As Dylan exits the bunker with Joe in tow, Shaughnessy questions Dylan's choice to leave a witness alive back at his apartment, an unusual decision for someone with his history of evasion.
Indeed, he never left a body or a witness, so why leave this guy alive in his own apartment? Why?
Back on the island, Cole ponders where Sean might have hidden the items they seek while Hugh, a kitchen staff member, desperately tries to escape. Cole orders his sniper to eliminate Hugh, forcing Dylan to lead Joe into the cover of the trees to keep them hidden. The brutal death of Hugh sends shockwaves through Susan, Linda, and Massey. Meanwhile, Blanchard from Cole's crew stumbles upon Freddy's room and learns about Whymper's situation from Felix. Cole convinces Blanchard to abandon his search of the house and come down with him. With Freddy in tow, Cole leaves Blanchard in charge of the hostages while Dylan stealthily approaches the house. As Joe reaches Hugh's lifeless body, Dylan slips into the kitchen to arm himself with a knife. Noticing Joe enter the kitchen, Dylan moves closer, hoping to provoke a reaction that would draw Blanchard's attention towards their location. As Blanchard encounters Joe, he swiftly knocks him out just as Cole reaches Whymper, while Felix remains at the bunker with Pike. Given Dylan's notorious reputation for danger, the crew members are left puzzled by his decision to spare Whymper's life. Observing Whymper's pain, Cole takes matters into his own hands, eliminating him to the astonishment of his crew. He then declares that Whymper's share will be awarded to whoever manages to take down Dylan, who is now at the house, desperately searching for a way to protect his family. When the steel shutters of the house slam shut, Cole realizes they've inadvertently left Blanchard behind, but he finds himself unable to make contact with him. Meanwhile, Dylan attempts to reassure Linda that Cole and his crew have not tracked him to their location. He then reaches out to Dr. Alderwood, seeking advice on the mounting challenges he faces. Dr. Alderwood urges him to resist his primal instincts and instead make choices that align with his values. After ending the call, Dylan turns to the shackled Blanchard, pressing him for information about their presence on the island. Frustrated by Blanchard's silence, he returns to the gathering of his family. While Linda and Massey remain suspicious of him, Susan defends Dylan, asserting that he saved their lives. As Pike approaches one of the windows to peek outside, Massey reacts by aiming a shotgun at him, prompting Dylan to assist in pulling the trigger. Struck in the eye, Pike retreats in pain, while Cole orders his sniper to eliminate Massey. However, they quickly discover that the house's reinforced exterior renders their firearms ineffective. An anxious Linda implores Dylan to leave, fearing that his presence will only invite more danger upon them.
We're looking for you, not us. I want you to leave before you cause any more damage. Go.
Okay.
In another part of the unfolding drama, Wagner informs Shaughnessy about Sean's significant debt, which enabled him to acquire Guardian Island, a former naval base from World War II. He also reveals that the transaction was shrouded in a mysterious wire transfer. As Dylan prepares to leave, he engages Susan in conversation and learns that Sean had been independently restoring the lighthouse prior to his death. He discovers that Hugh had stumbled upon Sean during this time but notes that Hugh had only been working there for just over a month. Taking Susan's suggestion to heart, Dylan decides to follow the trail behind the inn leading to the lighthouse. Meanwhile, Cole instructs Felix and Pike to retrieve their machine from their boat before finding a way back to the inn. Concealed from sight, Dylan observes as Felix and Pike use shovels to extract their machine from the vessel, unaware of the imminent danger surrounding them. Upon arriving at the inn, the group discovers a message left for them, revealing Dylan's departure. Understanding that Dylan is likely headed to the boat, Cole orders the sniper to target him. However, Dylan manages to evade capture and escapes by boat. Meanwhile, Felix and Pike are busy utilizing their machines to scour the inn's grounds, while Dylan makes yet another call to Dr. Alderwood. Inspired by the doctor's counsel to approach challenges one at a time, rather than succumbing to overwhelm, Dylan sets his sights on the lighthouse, where Cole's sniper is positioned. Outside the inn, Cole berates Massey, making it clear that none of them hold any significance for him. Nevertheless, he dangles an enticing offer to anyone willing to help him find what he desires. As Linda comes to the realization that Cole has no connection to Dylan, she begins to ponder what exactly Cole could be after. Meanwhile, Shaughnessy learns about a stolen luxury yacht from a nearby marina, discovering that the captain who dropped Dylan off at the island is affiliated with that same marina. As Dylan returns to the inn, he notices Pike and Felix operating their seismic testing equipment, which raises his suspicions about their true intentions. While Pike attempts to force his way into the inn, Dylan stealthily ascends the external ladder. Once inside the cellar, Pike finds Blanchard and frees him before continuing his search through the house. Outside, Cole detects movement just as Dylan successfully gains entry. In the chaos, Freddy attacks Blanchard with a toy gun while Pike holds Joe at gunpoint.
Freddy, go downstairs.
You know what? My friend Ethel here. Mom?
Mom! Freddie, what's the matter?
Hey, back to him! Hey! Everyone hands up! Now! Put it down on the floor and brains out!
Just don't hurt her.
Round two. And now. Come on, D. Oh, okay, I get it. You're gonna try to stab me.
Prompting him to rush outside to report back to Cole. Dylan steps outside to confront Cole, who cruelly ridicules him for his reliance on medication and therapy. In a chilling revelation, Cole discloses that Sean's death was linked to the sinister events on the island. When Cole realizes that Dylan is oblivious to this crucial information, he orders his sniper to eliminate him, only to find that Dylan has already met his demise. However, Dylan quickly re-enters and reveals what Cole has disclosed about Sean, adding a critical detail. Sean had engine grease under his nails. This leads Dylan to suspect that Hugh was likely one of Cole's operatives, sent to keep tabs on the unfolding situation. He then asks about Sean's office, prompting the group to follow him down to the cellar in search of vital clues. As they explore the wine cellar, Dylan discovers a concealed door that opens into a hidden passage. Massey cautiously follows him through this secretive route. Meanwhile, Shaughnessy uncovers that it was Cole who stole the yacht, recognizing him as a high-level fixer and Dylan's former employer, an association that began shortly after Shaughnessy's discharge from the SEALs due to a harrowing incident involving his commanding officer. Unaware of the full story, Shaughnessy mistakenly believes that Cole and Dylan have reunited on the island for another mission. Just as Wagner informs Shaughnessy that he hasn't secured transport for her to the island, a stranger approaches her, offering assistance. Back on the island, Pike and Felix persist in their search operation while Massey finally catches up with Dylan. Together, they continue down the path, ultimately uncovering the grim truth behind Sean's fate, a Japanese submarine from World War II. Meanwhile, Felix stumbles upon evidence of a tunnel connecting the inn to the lighthouse. Leaving Felix and Pike to locate its entrance, Cole heads back toward the inn. As he sneaks into the cellar, Massey alerts Dylan to a significant find, Yamashita's gold, long rumored to have been stolen and lost during the war. At that moment, Cole knocks Joe to the ground and realizes that Linda and Susan are near a concealed door in the wine cellar. As they navigate the tunnel, Felix and Pike suddenly open fire, while Linda bravely confronts Cole in a desperate attempt to rescue Susan and Freddie. Despite sustaining a serious injury, Dylan perseveres and follows Massey onto the submarine. Dr. Alderwood quickly urges him to take decisive action for his own survival.
I just have one question for you.
Sure.
If I have to save myself, could I go back to my old ways then?
I'd have to say that, what the hell was that? D, listen to me, listen.
Okay.
Do whatever it takes to save your ass.
Demonstrating remarkable skill, Dylan expertly mounts one of the submarine's deck guns to launch a counterattack. Amidst the chaos of gunfire, he successfully subdues Pike, triggering an explosion that also takes out Felix. Just then, Cole arrives with Linda and discovers that Dylan has unearthed the long-lost gold. In a desperate attempt to assist Dylan, Massey uses the deck gun to fire at Cole but tragically meets his own end in the process. With Linda now held at gunpoint by Cole, he presents Dylan with a deal: secure the gold and leave the island before the FBI arrives. However, Dylan cannot comply. He feels a moral obligation to pay Cole the debt Sean owed him for Linda's safety. As he reluctantly packs the ingots for Cole, Dylan leads the way back to the inn, but their progress is painfully slow due to the heavy burden of the gold. Eventually, he stumbles under its weight and falls. At that moment, Cole takes aim at Shaughnessy as she arrives on the scene. Though tempted to retrieve the gold once more, Dylan makes a pivotal choice and hurls it into the ocean instead. Enraged by this act of defiance, Cole releases Linda, who manages to cling to the edge of the platform while Cole lunges at Dylan. With all his strength, Dylan ultimately stabs Cole, bringing an end to his threat before rescuing Linda. In a moment of realization, Linda embraces her son with gratitude, finally acknowledging Dylan's redeeming qualities. As dawn breaks and he prepares to leave the island, Dylan calls Dr. Alderwood to assure him of his family's safety. He bids farewell to the doctor, choosing instead to embrace his true self by discarding his pills into the ocean, a symbolic gesture of newfound freedom and self-acceptance. Thank you for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more recaps. Until next time, have a nice day.